What this guy does behind closed doors is a very sore subject.
Just bring your knee up as high as it goes.
People have avoided this area. You know, it's private, and they're afraid to give things names because you start giggling and things like that. And it's an area that's, you got to keep the fun in the area.
Dr. Bill Meyers is arguably one of the best surgeons in the world at repairing core muscle injuries, an area that includes the groin. And no day will pass when a patient instructs the doctor to be extra careful.
Pretty much all the time,
okay.
Like every day. It's a sensitive area, and you have to respect that.
But what you have to respect is Dr. Meyers' work. Today, more than half his procedures are performed on world-class professional athletes, from hockey players to bull riders.
Right now, I'm probably doing maybe 700, something like that a year. Maybe
700 a year?
Maybe done like 18,000, something like that in my lifetime.
And his waiting room has included some of baseball's biggest stars. Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera, Cy Young winner Justin Verlander, and American League MVP Josh Hamilton, who have all put their trust in Dr. Meyers' hands.
It's just word of mouth. The players talk to themselves on the field or the ice or something like that. And I have a passion to develop this field. It's a huge field in terms of injuries, and the core, which I define from the mid-thighs to the nipples, really is where your athleticism comes from.
But his field of love was a baseball diamond. Growing up in Boston, Meyers was a diehard Red Sox fan who aspired to play in Fenway and spent a few years playing with the Sox in the Cape Cod League.
I had every Ted Williams baseball card. I was still disappointed, I'll say it that way, with my mom when I went away to school, that she actually threw away my baseball card collection. That was, and still is, the greatest player ever out of Boston.
Now the Ted Williams of medicine is at the top of his game, even after taking the biggest risk of his career just 5 years ago, when he left his position as chairman of surgery at Drexel University to open up the Vincera Institute at Philadelphia's Navy Yard.
From my dad's standpoint, he would have said this is number one. The only piece of advice he gave professionally was be your own boss, and I was always part of this big institution.
You're going to do right foot forward, 2 hands on the block.
And from this, Meyers has created a full-scale rehabilitation center that includes yoga,
Nice form, guys.
acupuncture, and one floor dedicated to exercise, where weekend warriors could be stretching on one table with, say, Adrian Peterson on the table next to him.
These are injuries that affect, us common folks too. And it's fun to see, an Adrian be rehabbing right next to an electrical worker. It's really fun to see that. And they're, for the most part, they're just really good people.
As for Dr. Meyers, he may not have abs of steel, but his hands and nerves are ironclad. And if he feels the pressure to perform, it certainly doesn't happen inside these walls.
I'm not sure what pressure is, okay, but there's, I think I feel it in two things. One is when I'm playing golf. There's something about swinging a golf club that brings on pressure, and the other one is in a cocktail party. I'm always feeling pressure in a cocktail party or something. Yeah.
Which can be a little nerve-wracking when you're an expert on the topic of groin injuries. John Borick, Comcast Sportsnet.